I saw my dad cry 4 times in my life. It makes me sad to think about it, especially now that he's gone. The first time I was a little girl of 3 or 4 years old, my mother had left my father. She had taken off with a truck driver from Texas, as the story goes. My grandmother would not allow my mom to take me with her, so I lived with my grandparents for a few months. During that time, my dad, even though he wasn't my biological father, he was the only father I had ever known, allowed it as he had no say. Also, as he worked, he figured it would be best for me to be with my grandma, but he came to visit me. I remember one specific evening when my dad picked me up and took me to town. During the drive, I remember him crying. He didn't say it, but I knew he was crying because my mom had left him. I was too young to care that she was gone. She didn't like me much anyway. My grandma loved me. But when I think of it now, I'm sad. My parents eventually got back together and my dad adopted me soon after. Yay. I got his name. The next time I saw my dad cry was when I was about 11. I had found out that he was not my dad. How horrible and ungrateful can kids be when they're mad? One night he got on to me for something I had done or didn't do. I don't even remember. But I know I was mad and I yelled, "You're not my dad. You can't tell me what to do." How horrible, right? I stormed off to my room and laid on the floor between the bed and the wall. I was listening to music that I had recorded from the radio onto my little red tape recorder. It was actually a cassette recorder, cassette player. I loved that thing. I had the lights off in my room except for a stream of light that was coming through the slightly open door from my half bath. My dad came in and found me. He laid across my bed with his head hanging over to talk to me. He told me that he loved me like I was his daughter because I always had been, and that he couldn't love me any more than he did. He said that he loved me so much that he had fought for 4 years to adopt me. And while he was telling me, he was crying. And I know, because a couple of tears fell on me below. I will tell you this now. That's a father's love. When I was 16, my mom left my dad again. She did not do it in the best of ways. She simply stopped coming home at night. I remember being so very sick with tonsillitis during this time, so I was sleeping on the couch. So many times I would wake in the fever-driven delirium to see my dad sitting on the love seat crying. I would wake up, take medicine, and he would talk to me for as long as I could stay awake. He knew I couldn't really respond because I was in so much pain, but he just needed someone to literally cry to. I was so sad for him and in agony, but I was happy to be there for him in whatever little way I was. The last time I saw my dad cry was after he shot himself. He didn't die instantly like I imagined he had hoped, but I knew he wanted to go. He had a perpetual tear just out the left side of his left eye. And after I agreed to let him go, the tear was replaced by a final tear that I wiped away.